Welcome back, y'all.
Welcome back to Neil RC, guys. We are back on the bench, and yes, got a little something here from Amazon I wanted to share with y'all. Haven't had a chance to try it yet. That's the reason why I've been waiting on whether I wanted to do this video now or later on down the road. But yeah, as you can see there, it is a 155 piece electric precision screwdriver set. 500 mAh battery inside the unit itself. Has a range from 0.1 to 0.5 Newton meters, 200 RPMs of rotational speed, and manual torque of 7 Newton meters. Which, yes, it does have several different settings. I think it's three different settings altogether on this. I'm not sure. I'm fixing to find out. So, yes, I got this from Amazon. It came last night. And as you can see from the side panel, it tells you about the battery, the RPM. It has a planetary gear system. It has adjustable torque. It has LED lights. And it's course forward and reverse. And it's S2 steel with a flat USB charger, which is basically the same charger as all the Android phones are. Yeah, there you go. That has the USB-C on one side and the USB-C mini here on the other side. Worry-free warranty and a gift idea. Well, this was for me, so yeah, call it as it is. Gift for me. And there is the charger. As you can tell, I've got a few of these short ones laying around, which is nothing out of the normal, especially once you get into this hobby. And there we go. It says here, scan with transparency app to learn more. It's for Google Play and App Store. I am going to cover that up for just a second because I am in video mode. And now I'll make that appear. Hopefully you all can read that. I'll get a picture of it later and have it posted during this period of time. Verify authenticity and learn more by Amazon. Strive to be great. And there is an email address. Yeah, that is going to be very, very hard. Like I said, I'll post a picture of it later, guys. Just let you know, there is a email for support and a website and a YouTube channel. And here's the short directions to what is in the kit itself. And we are going to pop the top and open it up. And as I first come to see, we have a magnetic mat with measurements, millimeters, and another way of doing millimeters, I guess, is what this one is also. Maybe centimeters. I do not know. I'm American. I don't do millimeters until I get into this stuff. But yeah, it gives you a basic rundown all the way from 0 all the way to 160. This tells you more about the actual what's in the box or the package. Nothing on the other side. And this is the little tool. Yep, forward and reverse. And it does have 5 different settings. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then goes back to 1. So there's 5 different settings, both directions, forward and reverse. And then we have in here is the palm, where you can actually set this in there and use your own hands. It does also have here a magnetic extension that sticks in very well, so you can get into those tighter spots in case you're around a tire or an axle or something, I guess. It does also fit with a solid click. Yeah, fairly solid click on the tool itself. So that's a bonus. Throw that back in there. And then we have a plastic wedge with a little hook and a pretty good sharp point on the other side. Oop. And yeah, there's the LEDs. They do go out after a second, I'm assuming. All right, let's try and get you back in where you belong. There it goes. Got to actually put it in there. And here's a little pry bar with dual sides for whatever the purposes are for them. You also have a metal pry bar, one with a fairly rounded tip and one with a somewhat pointed tip. There we go. And it looks like we have ourselves a massive pair of flat nosed tweezers with a grip spot on the end. They were really hard to get out of there. And then of course you got all the good sized bits down below here that literally are capable of doing everything. Not crazy about the sensitivity to light right now, but the smallest one over here is a T1, and they have 2 of them, and they go to a T2 to a 3T, yeah, of a T3 all the way up to a TSH, which is the one that's got the splines on it. And they also do the T20, and then that goes also all the way up to T25 with a hole, and they go all the way down to a T7 with a hole. So yeah, it's literally just about a little bit of everything. Plenty of Phillips flatheads, squares, rectangles, triangles. The funny ones here where they actually have the hole in the center of a flat-headed screwdriver piece. And then of course they actually have their flathead screwdrivers that go all the way down to the itty bitties. And I do mean the itty bitties. I mean, this probably would actually work for glasses. That's how small that one is. It's pretty small, guys. That one right there would be a pH 000. And it has 2 of them, 3 of them. And then it goes to pH 0, 0, then pH 00. Has 3 of those. So you got even a few extras in here. It even has the reverse Phillips head slot for something or another. It also has a magnetic end. Pretty strong for sure. And of course we have the box ends. They are all on the smaller side, more or less for wheel nuts and maybe the 1.5 nuts. Stuff like that is what I'm figuring. Put that in backwards. Yep, sure did. So yeah, there it is. As far as the strength of turning, I haven't used it yet. I don't have anything here on the workbench to actually tear apart. Oh yeah, actually I do. I've got me some old servos. Let's see. Let's see how well this works. Go a little bigger. That looks a little small. Yeah, there we go. That fit real good. And see how well this works. I probably could have taken it up an extra step, but that was only on 1. Well, let's go to 5. See if it takes it out any quicker. Oh yeah, no problem. I could probably step that all the way down to probably a 2 or 3. 2 did it. Yeah, 2 did it. Let's try and put it back in. See what it takes to put them back in. I bet you we can take that down to 1 and then put it in. No, 1 is just snug. I will say that. A 1 is just enough to snug it. Yeah. If you're going to want to put anything in, you're going to have to bump it up to at least a 2. And then it's there without having any questions. For sure. So there you go. That's that. They're the same thing. I don't have anything else here to actually tinker with. That's why I was waiting to find out how well it worked before I did it. But yeah, there you go, guys. A little electric screwdriver, perfect for working on your RCs, watches, glasses, phones, and whatnot. I'm sure there's all kinds of things in there for that. It does not turn the outside here. It only turns the very inside, just so you're all aware. Like I said, I really don't know how to test the torque on something like this because I don't have anything here physically that I can try that with. And I really don't want to take apart my tape measure. Really don't. Oh, I do have an old spur gear here. I could try pulling those screws out. Well, let's see how that works. Let's see. Maybe that one right there. Yep, that it is. And I know these are in there tight. So I'm going to bump this up to about a 5. Yeah, that ain't yipping that out. Yeah, that's not yipping that out. So yeah, that is going to actually need to be turned out with a actual wrench, I'm sure. Oh yeah, I actually had to put a little bit of thought in that because that does have Loctite on it. But now that I've gotten it loosened up, let's see if I can't put it back in there. Yeah, it snugged it right back up in there without any problem. And I can actually take it right back out. So, yeah. Will it work? Yep. Yes, I had to loosen it first because what there is Loctite. It's plastic going into aluminum. So, yeah, that seems to work out pretty good. I will leave the description down in the bottom of this video. And yes, it did come with some picks in case you were deciding to want to play a little guitar. No, that's not what they're used for, guys. These are for picking the screens off your cell phones and computer laptops. That's what this whole thing is all about. It just had the right setup that I was looking for something like that for me. But yeah, it even comes with the suction cup to help pick the screen up. But yeah, like I said, that's nothing I'm going to need and or use. It just sits there. It does come with some longer headed Phillips screw heads, some pretty big ones, something that you would probably see, in some of these other brands. Even has some smaller flat-headed ones. It also does have the magnetizer and demagnetizer in case you don't want to magnetize something. But yeah, there you go. A very simple breakdown of a pretty neat little tool. Everything's got its own little place. It seems to work very, very well so far. I ain't gonna hoot and holler over it, but it is going to provide me what I need for when I'm needing it. And like I said, I'm going to take some pictures of this stuff. That way you'll see for yourself, because I know there was some stuff there that as far as the email address and the scan code back here. So I'll make sure I get a good picture of that and add that to this video. I'll leave the link down below along also with my Amazon account. That way you'll be able to follow up on that. And like I said, I do appreciate y'all. If y'all are buying anything from Amazon, it'd be greatly appreciated if you use my code. You don't pay anything extra for it. I just get some of the commission off of it because you came there off of my page, off of my YouTube channel, which is greatly appreciated. And even if you go in there and decide not to buy this, but say you found something else that you wanted, as long as you come there off of that code that's down below, you can still give me a small commission off of that sale because you came off of that code. So no, you don't have to use it just to buy the product. Okay? Well, there you go, guys. New screwdriver. I had to do something. The older one that I've been using is starting to get real weak. Not holding the charge very long. I'm thinking about upgrading that also for the heavier duty stuff, but most generally I can get it now with these good and better tools. So, hey, you know, it is what it is. Thank you again for stopping by, Neil RC. We'll check you out later. And, oh, by the way, the old battery charger's got all my batteries charged up as of right now. The new one that we just got, that M8D. Yeah, that's a bad battery charger. I went ahead and had a couple of bad batteries here and put them on discharge and destroy, and it flatlined them. And it was right around 2.5 minutes of that checking the battery level, and I don't even think it was even that long, honestly. It may have been closer to that 30 seconds, because it takes it down that last little bit. I think right about 5 volts or so, it drops it down and it starts nipping at it at a smaller chunk. But to start out, man, I was watching that current drop quick. I mean, it went from like 20% to 10% to 5% within, I'm going to say, 15 minutes. I mean, it made the battery jump from room temperature to 100 degrees. That gives you any idea. It sucked the power right out of it. And when I got done, I did the old through the battery, and nothing. Not even a puff of smoke, nothing. Zilch. So that's a bonus. It actually did drain them completely down. Dead as a doornail. So the battery charger definitely is working. I like that. I will go back into that and probably remove that from the list, so therefore it doesn't get hit by accident and tuned into, which would be a really bad idea on these newer batteries that we're getting. So yeah, I'm very excited this year. Very excited. Neil RC's got some good stuff coming in. We have a lot more stuff to get yet. We have a lot more stuff to do yet. We're just waiting on time and products, because I'm not one that's going to jump on the bandwagon and just buy something because someone said to buy it. I go to YouTube videos. I do all my due diligence and see what everybody else says, along with the comments and the criticism that's down there in Amazon. And yes, you can tell when someone's full of crap, especially when you have 50 people saying that there's a problem with this. And he says, oh man, I haven't had a problem with anything. It's just flawless. I don't care who you are, guys. You're going to have a problem with a product sooner or later. They do not run a flawless product line 100% of the time. There are problems that are going to occur. So with that being said, y'all have a good one. You can check this out there. I'm trying it out. If you want to wait a little while, I'll give you a 6-month review if you want to wait that long. But this is a pretty high test quality little screwdriver here. I mean, it's made out of titanium, for crying out loud, and steel. So I'm not really complaining too bad about that at all. Really light in your hands. Doesn't feel like you're carrying a regular tool with you. And you carry the whole thing, which does weigh quite a bit. I'm not denying that now. That actually does weigh quite a bit. But for everything that's in it, you can literally go from place to place to place, throw it in your backpack or whatever, and you'll have every tool you'll need, basically. Just about. Just about. Not every tool. Just about every tool. Let's make that clear. I mean, you're not going to have pliers. You're not going to have the bigger wheel nuts and nut drivers. You're not going to have like a 10 millimeter in there, or even a 7.0. That's what that is right there, is a 7.0. You're not going to have that in there, I don't believe. So, I mean, there are things like that you've got to consider. And, yeah, no. The biggest thing they got is a 5.5. And a 4.5 over there. Yeah. So the biggest thing they got is a 5.5. So anything bigger than a 5.5, you're still going to end up having to bring one of them with you anyway. But yeah, there you go. Give it a check. Let me know what you guys think. And we'll go from there. That's all I can do is bring out the content and bring you guys along with me. If you guys tune in, great. If not, well, somebody else down the road, whether it's this year, next year, 20 years from now, they're going to see the video and they'll be like, man, I had one of them when I was a kid. Yep, there we go. Y'all have a good day. Have a great time. Go out and have some fun. This is Neil RC. We are out of here.